Okay, so we have here the language of algebra. And then we have from ANSYS, algebra means the study of mathematical symbols and the rules for manipulating those symbols. Okay, so we have the keyword there, which is symbols. So we are going um, to come across some symbols, and then you are going to know how we are going to use those symbols and what those symbols represents in our subject. Okay, very good for that. Now, what are these symbols, Di? Actually, you know these symbols already. So we have here the first one, which is our addition symbol. Or unsa gani ni siya class kung sa atong tawag lang sa Bisaya or dili mo jud siya Bisaya. This is plus, right? So we have here our first symbol, which is plus, and it means a variety of things. So we have their addition, plus, added to, or increased by. So these are the meaning of this symbol. So when we were in elementary, we just know that it is plus or mag-add rata. So here you will know more what are the other meanings or what are the other terms. So that is added to and then ano siya kamaha and then increased by. So meaning to say mag-add gihapon ka. Now how about for this next one? Unsa ni siya nga symbol class? What is this symbol? Okay, minus or subtraction. Okay, very good. And what are the other terms of minus and subtraction? Sige ka na.
Negative.
Negative. Unsa pa? If you have increased by, okay, we have from Ayana, decreased or decreased by. We have here some of our meaning. We have subtraction, we have minus, decreased by, subtracted from, or diminished by. So meaning diminish is kuhaan. Okay? And now for our next symbol. Unsa ni siya nga symbol class? Okay, multiply. Unsa pa? Times. Okay, unsa pa jud? What do we call the result when we are going to multiply? What do we call the result if we are going to multiply numbers? Sa may tawag na to, ana. Product. Okay. So you have there, we have multiplication times, multiplied by, and then the product of. Or here, we can also use in our addition, we can also have the sum of, and then for the minus, we can also use the difference of. Okay, meaning gihapon na nila. So these are for multiplication. So we have times, multiplied by, and the product of. Now, the last one, we have the last symbol, which is this. What is this, DI?
Division.
Okay, we have the division. So what are the other meanings? Or what are the other words that we can use for division? We have divide, quotient. Okay, very good. Okay. So we have there division, we have divided by, and then we have the quotient of. So you have to know this simple meaning that we presented here so that you will know um, how are we going to transform symbols or words into symbols. Okay, so any questions about this symbol and meaning class? Okay, none. So now this time class is we are going to have the next symbol. So we have here the next one, which is a parenthesis, and then you have there the upper two. So what do we call this one class? If naakay two sa babaw. Unsa gay tawag na to ani niya class? Basta natay number sa babaw. This is very good exponent. Now, how are we going to read this one class? If 2 ang naa sa iyang exponent. Unsa may tawag nato niya? Or how are we going to read numbers if naa siya exponent na 2 to the power? Yes, it can be to the power of 2. Unsa pa gyud class? It's correct, Ayana.
Squared, teacher.
Okay, squared. So meaning of this one, that is the square of or squared. Like for example, 3 squared. Okay? Or the number and then squared. Okay? That is the square of. Like for example, you have there in the parenthesis that is 3. So you can say the square of 3 or 3 squared. Okay? Now, how about for this next symbol class? How about if 3 ang exponent? What do we call na with this one? How are we going to give meaning for this? Okay, we have cube. Okay, good job. Or we can say the cube of. Okay? Or, for example, you have there 4 in your parentheses, so you're just going to say 4 cube. Okay, or the cube of 4. Very good. Now, let's go to the next one, class. How about this? 2a. How are we going to make this one into, or what do you think is the meaning of this? You have there 2. What are the other terms of 2 class nga number? We have there 2. Unsa pa may mahatag na to ani niya? Unsa pa may other terms sa word nga 2? Sige daw. Kuha siya, Korean group. Sige, nato na lang para makuha ninyo dayon. Korean group siya. Yun sa mga K-pop dere. Kanang 2 diha. You can use that one as Korean group. Nag-start yapon siya T. Okay, we have 2 times a number. It's correct, Enoch. Okay, we have twice. Okay.
I'm a puncher eh.
So you have there 2, so that is twice a number or 2 times a number. That is correct. We have there, Enoch. Mao di ay kay fun di ay. Okay, how about for this one? Kana siya. 3 man siya. So, unsay mga other words sa 3? Dool-dool gyapon siya sa Korean group.
Third, a number.
Third a number.
Thrice.
We have here thrice. Okay. White thrice. Oh, may thrice. Yeah. But dool-dool siya sa twice. Okay. So, you have there thrice a number. So, if you have there or 3 times a number, it can also be. So, remember this meaning class ha because this meaning will help you in our activity later on. Okay, so far, do you have any questions? For white rice nga group class ha, but rato na ako. Dul-duol ra ba sa twice? Okay, any questions for this?
None.
Okay, none. Now, this time class is we are going to have our translating English phrases to mathematical phrases. Since you had your kuan man, di ba, book week last month or our English month. So, mag-English phrases ta and then i-change na to siya into mathematical phrases. So, we're going to start with our addition. Okay, we're going to start with our addition. So, we have here the first one. This English phrase nga the sum of a number and 5. So, kwan class, let's try to use x lang if we have the word a number. Okay, x is equals to a number. Okay, so we have there the sum of a number and 5 daw. Unsa man to atong symbol ganina sa sum class. And then, naa daw kay a number and then 5. Sige, try daw. Who wants to try? Okay, x plus 5. That is correct. Very good. As you can see, you have there the sum, so meaning to say addition. So that is plus. And then you have there a number. So we said a while ago that we're going to use a number as x. And then you have there 5. So that is x plus 5. Okay? Nasabtan class, where did we got x plus 5? Okay, very good. Now let's try to go to the next one. 30 added to 6. 30 added to 6. Okay, 30 plus 6. Okay, very good. You have there 30 plus 6. Now, how about 20 increased by x? 20 increased by x. Okay, you have there 20 plus x. How about for the sum of thrice a number and 2? The sum of thrice a number and 2. So, na to siya, class. Sum ko no sa thrice a number. Remember, you have there the word a number and 2. Okay. 3a plus 2. Okay. Actually, that is correct. 3a plus 2. But we're going to use a number as x man. So, we are going to have 3x plus 2. Okay. Don't forget ha, atong a kay, or a number kay x. Yeah. So far, any questions? Good, sir?
None. Okay ra.
Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. 17 added to twice r. 17 added to twice r. So, if nagihatag nga letter diha, class, that is what we're going to use. If a number x atong gamiton. 17 plus 2r. Very good. Okay. So, good job. Dali ra no mag-translate og English to math. Okay. Sige, question so far. Easy. Wow.
None.
Okay, none. Now let's go to the next one, class. Let's proceed with subtraction. So for our subtraction, let's try to have the difference of 22 and 5. The difference of 22 and 5. Okay, very good. That is 22 minus 5. Now, here, class, in our subtraction, we need to be careful when it comes to translating English phrases to mathematical phrases. Okay? Actually, not just in subtraction, but also in division. Why? Ang sa ato ang addition ganina, class, wala ra ko'y giingon ninyo since bisag bali-balihon pa nato ang number sa ato ang addition, class, the answer is still the same. But if sa ato ang subtraction, if magkabali na gani ang number, lahi ang result ana. Like for example, we're going to say here, the difference of 22 and 5, diba, that is 22 minus 5. The result of that one is 17. But if we're going to and exchange the numbers, like for example, 5 minus 22, the answer is not the same. Kay negative 17 naman na siya. And negative 17 and 17 kay dili pareha. Okay? So we have to be careful and we need to analyze more our English phrases when it comes to subtraction. Okay? Nasabtan? Okay. Now
Sabta na,
let's
sir.
go to the next one. We have here 24 subtracted from n. Nakadiha, subtracted from n. Okay, is it n minus 24 or 24 minus n? Naman kay word nga subtracted from. So kung ato ni siyang bisayaon, 24 i-minus sa n. So unsa man na siya? 24 i-minus sa n kay subtracted from man. Ayo give up, ayo pag-ambot. Okay, you have there 24 i-subtract sa n or i-minus sa n. Okay, so we have there n minus 24. You have there from man. Di ba ang from class kay gikan? Di ba gikan man na ang from? So you have there n minus 24. So kung maglisod ganita sa English, atong binisayaon ha, para dili lang yun mabali. Okay? Okay. Sige, questions from the second example.
None.
Okay. We have here twice f decreased by 6. Twice f decreased by 6. Okay. We have there 2f minus 6 or 2 times f minus 6. How about 32 diminished by 23? 32 diminished by 23? Okay, that's correct. And next one, the difference of 99 and a number. So you have there 99 minus x. Kung naman siya class, the difference of 99 and a number. So may to say, i-minus ni mo ang 99 og ang number. Okay. So far, any questions for our subtraction?
None, sir.
Okay, none. Now, let's go to our multiplication class. So, for our multiplication, let's have the product of A and B. The product of A and B. So, you have there A times B, or you can also use the parentheses, which is A quantity B. Or you can have the dot, kanang nasa middle, A dot B. Because multiplication have a lot of representations, man said. Okay? So, in any way of this, all of these are correct. Okay? Now, let's go to 5 multiplied by 9. 5 multiplied by 9. Okay, that is 5 times 9. And then we have the product of 8 and a number. The product of 8 and a number. Okay. We have here 8 times n. Or we can use the parentheses 8 and then parentheses x. And we have the product of twice x and a number. So if nalagay kay twice x diya class, you can use this kind of representation para dili ka maglibog. So how are we going to do that one? The product of twice x and 20. Okay, 2x times 20, 2x times 20, 2x times x. Okay, actually the answer there is 2x times 20. So mani ako
Kaya
siya
lang
gingon
question
class.
ani, sir.
Yes.
I-times, kanang ikuan ra, sir, solve siya or nana ra.
Ato ra siyang i-change. Kay kuan raman ta.
Okay, sir.
Translating
Okay, sir.
raman ta. We
Okay, sir.
don't need to solve. Okay, so we can use this one as ha parentheses para dili mo maglibog kay sometimes atong x is multiplication man siya. And then we have here sa atong given kay twice x man. Okay? Now down to the last 150 multiplied by thrice y. 50 multiplied by thrice y. Okay. That is 50 times 3y. Okay, good job. Dali ra, no?
Yes, sure.
Laban lang. Okay. Now, let's go to our division. So, for our division, we have here the quotient of x and y. Sa mga nakakita, mo na to siya. Kita ko yun. Okay. The quotient of x and y. Okay. So, you have there x divided by y, or x and then this bar over y.
Slush.
Yeah, slash. Okay, thank you so much. Now, next one we have here, 16 split into 4. Ni-split ang 16 into 4. Okay, that is 16 divided by 4. Very good. How about the quotient of 10 and a number? The quotient of 10 and a number. Wow, ka-quick sa chat. Uy, ganahan ko magtanaw. Okay, next one. We have here x divided into 8. X divided into 8. Okay, x divided into 8. Very good. And the last one, the quotient of twice x and y. The quotient of twice x and y. Okay, good job, everyone. Wow.
Yay! Paspas kaayo.
Okay, bastos kayo ang chat class. Okay. So now, do you have any questions in translating English phrases
Nope,
to
sure.
Nope.
mathematical
None.
phrases?
None, sure.
Okay, wala ra. Now, this time class, since we are done from English to mathematical, now, bali na pod ta. We're going
Vice
to
versa.
have translating mathematical phrases to English phrases. So, we have here this one, 7 plus x. How are we going to write this in English phrases? Actually, we have different kwan ani niya, translation. Sige, you can put your translation in the chat. 7 to the sum of a number, 7 plus x, 7 added to a number. Okay. So, if na yung answer dire, mo ni siya. We have the sum of 7 and x. We have x added to 7. And then we have 7 increased by x. We have 7 plus x. So these are the answers for that one. Okay?
Maura
Yup.
na, chat.
Yeah, unsa pa may mapuno ninyo? Basi na apa.
Ako ang answer, sure.
Unsa imong answer? 7 to the sum of a number. No. Dili na
Okay,
siya.
sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay?
ako ha. 7
Okay ra.
plus x.
Basta na add 7 plus x. Yes na. 7 added to a number. Yeah, it's also correct. No. 7 added. Yeah. 7 added to a number. It's also correct. No, I know. Ang 7 added to a number, actually that is, 'di ba 7 added to. So meaning to say, gi-add na to ang 7 sa number. So that is x plus 7.
Okay, sure.
Okay? But actually class, in addition, sa kung gingon ganina, wala dyan siya problema. Kay bisag i-add pa ni nato siya, kuan lang gihapon, kanang same lang gyapon yung answer. Like for example, 3 plus 7, that is 10. 7 plus 3, that is also 10. So, same lang gihapon. Pero, if we're going to write it correctly, in ano siya, x added to 7. Okay? Kaya gi-add man na to ang x sa 7.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Next one, we have 3x minus 5. 3x minus 5. Okay, so what are your answers? Thrice 5. Thrice minus 5 di ay. Thrice minus 5. Thrice a number minus 5. Sige, unsa pa class? Thrice a number minus 5. Sige, ano pa? 5 subtracted from thrice a number. Unsa pa dyan? Sige. Wala na ha? Sa pamanto itong mga meaning ganina class, basta na tayo subtraction, you can use that one. Di ba naman tayo diminish, naman tayo decrease, naman tayo difference. So, saan mo tulad siya paggamit? 5 diminish from a thrice a number. Ansa pa? Wala na? 5 decreased. Okay. So we have there, nakalimot. We have there the difference of 3x minus, the difference of 3x and 5, or you can say the difference of thrice a number and 5. You can have 5 subtracted to 3x, or thrice a number, and then we have 3x decreased by 5, or thrice a number decreased by 5, and then we have kung siya, 3x na siya. 3x minus 5 or thrice a number minus 5. Sorry, typo ni siya, class. Okay? So, those are our
Okay,
English
sir.
phrases. Questions?
None ra.
None, ra? Now, let's go to the next one. We have here 7x. Seven x.
Unsa na, sir?
Unsa man ni nato siya ganina, class? Okay, x multiplied by 7. Unsa pa jud? Charge ako, nalubot ko. Unsa man na siya, basta magtapad ang imuhang kuan. Ganina nato. Ang uban kay ibutang na to sa parentheses, ang uban kay nasa na-dot sa tunga. Okay. 7 multiplied by a number. Okay, unsa pa jud? Unsa pa class?
Maura na ma-think na ko, sir.
Okay. So we have here the product of 7 and x, or the product of 7 and a number, that is also correct. 7 multiplied by x, or 7 multiplied by a number, and then we have 7 times x. Okay, so those are our English phrases, or 7 times a number. Now, let's go to the next one, the last one. 5a over 3. How are we going to write this one? The quotient of 5a and 3. Isa pa. Ano pa? So, pumanto itong gigamit ganina. 5a divided by 3. Division of 5a and 3. Okay. 5a divided by 3. So, you have there the quotient of 5a and 3. We have 5a divided by 3. 5a split into 3. Okay? So, those are our English phrases. Now, class, do you have any questions?
None, sir.
Wala ra?
Nope,
Okay.
none, sir.
That's great. Okay. Since wala naman may questions, class, then we are going to proceed with the next lesson. We have here algebraic expression. So a while ago, we talked about um, algebra. And then someone says that algebra is, we are talking about symbols and the meaning of the symbols. Now, what do you think is an algebraic expression, class? So, naman tayo word nga algebra, algebraic. So, naagyapon ang symbols dire. And now, what is expression di ay? In math, ha, not in English. Kaya, lahi man ang meaning sa expression sa English. Sige, anyone? Any two, any three, any four? Expression built up from integer, constant, variables, and algebraic expressions. Okay, which is correct na siya. So when we say expression, it is already a, what do we call this one? A two or more used of symbols. So meaning to say there are lots of um, operations already, and then we have already like variables and constants, and you will know what are these things later on. Okay, so we have here our algebraic expression is a variable, a constant, or a combination of both, which may be related by any of the four fundamental operations. And what are these four fundamental operations, class? Sige daw. What are our four fundamental operations?
Addition,
Addition,
subtraction,
subtraction,
multiplication,
multiplication,
division.
division. So as you can see na ano daw tay variable na tay constant and then ay combination, unya mo relate siya sa atong four fundamental operations. So I'm going to show you some examples of our algebraic expression.
What is that?
What is that? Mao ni siya gitawag natog algebraic expression. So you have there na kay 2x plus 3, 3x squared minus 5xy plus 4. We have 6x squared minus 6. So unsa din na siya, teacher? Hulo,
Solve na,
kadaghan pa.
teacher.
I-solve na, teacher.
Solve ba na?
Not
Hala,
complex.
mahilak na to. Ay, saghilak. Napata sa easy nga part. Okay, so this time classes, you will know more about what are these numbers and letters that you see now on your screen. Okay? Molisod ni kadugay. Yes, napata sa sayon nga part, so ayaw sa maghila. Okay? So, kani siya class, ato ni siyang ila-ilahon kung unsa man gani ni sila. So, we have here our terms. So, sayon ra ni class, promise. When I say sayon ra gyud na siya. Sayon naman ang math class, ay lang huno na ang alisod. Okay? Mind over body. Okay. So we have here these terms, and these terms will help you, and then makaingon na mo sa yourself, dili juday siya lisod. Okay. So we have here constant. So unsa day ng constant? So can you please read Aribato? What is a constant?
Constant is a number with a fixed value.
Okay, so constant is a number with fixed value. So when we say constant class, this is the number nga imong makita. Okay? Mauna siya ang imuhang number nga makita sa imuhang given diha. So unsa dining mga constant? So kanang constant nimo kaning naay number. So kani siya mo ni siya constant. Okay? Constant is number ra gyud siya class. Okay? Nasabtan unsay constant?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have as well unsa pay mga constant kani siya. Constant na siya 2, kaning 3, kaning 5, constant na siya. Okay? Questions? Sige, wala ra? Okay. Now, this time is we are going to know our next term. So, naila-ila na nato ang constant ha. So, mo itong mga number nga na fixed value. Now, we have here our constant term. So, unsa na sa diya tong constant term, teacher? Oy. So, you have there, please read what is constant term. Castañeros.
Constant term is a number with a fixed value and does not contain any variables.
Okay. So, when we say constant term class, that is a fixed value and does not contain any variable. So, kung maingon ganitag constant term class, mao ni siya kaning 3, kaning 4, kaning 6. Okay? This 3, 4, and 6, this is our constant term. Meaning to say, solely number ra gyud siya. Okay? When we say solely number gyud siya, meaning siya ra usa nga number. Wala siya tapad, wala siya kilid. Okay? Kaya atong constant gani na mao man ni siya class kaning mga number, tanan number diha mo na constant. But when we say constant term, that is number ra gyud siya. Nasabtan? Okay. Now, let's proceed with the next one. Since ni-talk naman tag variable, unsa din yung variable? Okay. Can you please read variable hubilya? What is a variable hubilya?
Sure.
Yeah, read what is variable.
Is a letter which holds a place open for a number.
Okay. So, kung ang atuang constant class kay ni-talk siya og number, di ba? Number man tong mga constant, no? Constant katong number, bisag naa pa sila'y tapad nga letter, constant na siya. But when we say constant term, katong solely number gyud siya. So, ang kaning variable class kay mao ni siya ang mga letter nga atong makita sa atuang given expression or given algebraic expression. So, atong mga variable diri class, here, sa kaning first na itong algebraic expression, unsa nga letter atong makita? X. So, this is our variable. Okay? Mao na siya itong variable. How about for our second nga given, nga 3x squared minus 5xy? Unsa nga variable atong makita, class? Sige, unsa nga variable atong makita dere? Unsa nga mga letters atong makita dere? X and Y. Very good. No need to have the question mark. Okay, that is the X and Y. Okay, and then here's the last one. Unsay variable atong makita? Okay, that is X. Remember, our variable is our number and our constant is the number itself. Okay? Nasabtan?
Yes.
Nasabtan? Okay. Yes. Nawalaging height ganina class sa translating.
Naglibog ko,
Okay.
sir.
Ha? Anong naglibog? Ginahinay man ni nato siya.
Explain
Ginahinay
ko
na to
tamay,
siya.
sir.
Okay, later on. Ato pa man gila-ila siya class. I know some of you is napay koan, pero later on ato ni siya naman tay example nga binagsag yun. So you will know. Okay. So, ayo lang nibuga ang kaugalingon. Kung ano sa kong giingon maora jud to siya, walay kausaban. So you have there term. So when we say term, it is a constant, a variable, or a product or quotient of a constant and variables and separated by the symbol plus or minus. So when we say term class, mao na siya itong makita nga pag-divide nimo sa imuhang numbers with plus or minus. So kung mag-count tag term class, like for example, naman tay plus diri. So kaning nasa left nimo, this is first term, and then this one is the second term. So if we're going to count how many terms does it have, it has two terms. This is the first term and then this is the second term. For this one, You have there, how many terms atong makita, class? You have there minus and then plus man. So you have there this one, first term, and then this one, second term, and then this one is third term. So meaning to say, this given here has 3 terms. Okay? Na siya 3 terms. Timan mahibaw-an na to ang terms, class, because of the plus and minus nga sign. Basta gi-divide gani siya sa plus minus nga sign, imo na siyang i-count. So this one is first term, this one is second term, and this one is third term. Nasabtan?
Okay.
Okay. Now, how about this one? Pila siya ka terms, class, ang kani? How many terms? Very good. We have 2 terms. This one is our first term, and this one is our second term. Okay, basta i-divide ra siya sa plus o minus, and then imo rang i-count. Mao na siya gitawag na tog terms. Now, let's have our numerical coefficient. So, when we say numerical coefficient, class, these are your, kani siya is, mauna ni siya ang nagtapad ang imuhang constant o imuhang variable. So, ang kanang numerical, from the word numerical or numeric, that is the number. So, ang katong tapad nimo sa imuhang na ay variable, mo to yung numerical coefficient. And then, we have here our literal coefficient. So, these are your variable sa imuhang katong naay numerical coefficient. Okay? So, I know, nakuha na yung mind. Nagtiptoyok na since a lot of terms are here. Now, this is the pinaka-trailing apart because may laila na gyud ninyo siya binagsa. So, nakoy given diri class nga 3x squared minus 5xy plus 4. And we are going to identify, but actually makita na magud siya. So, we're going to identify sa katong mga terms nga atong gikuha ganina. Okay? Ato siyang i-identify. So, mag-start ta sa constant. Di ba ningon man ta nga ang constant kay ang mga numbers. So, asa man atong constant ani, class? Sa 3x squared minus 5xy plus 4. Kung nakita mo sa kato kung gipakita ganina, makaibaw mo sa answer. Okay, we have 3, negative 5, and 4. So, these are your constant. Yan naman tangang number na to, mo na siya constant. So, you have there 3. And then, you have there, kung unsay yahang sign, class, is imo dyan na siyang dadon permi. Okay? So, you have there 3 ka na siya positive. And then, this one, you have there 5, man na siya, di ba, constant. But still, naman siya negative here. So, we're going to use negative 5. And then this one kay positive and then 4, that is positive 4. So those are your constants. Okay, nasabtan unsay constant. Okay. Diba? Dali ra kay na siya, class. Ayron jud na ang alisod. Now let's proceed with the constant term. Ang katong constant term kuno nato, class, is mauto siya ang number ra. Wala siya'y tapad, wala siya'y silingan, wala siya'y kilid. So, unsa man atong constant term ani? Sa 3x squared minus 5xy plus 4. Ari ra gyapon ta magtan-aw ha sa atong given.
3, 4, 3, 5, 4?
Okay. Ningon man ta, wala siya'y tapad, wala siya'y silingan, wala siya'y kilid. So,
4,
sa
sir.
atong constant term. Okay. Mo na siya atong constant term. 4. Ayaw pag ihog ambot, bati ka na siya. 4 lang. And then, mauna na siya. Okay? So, you have there, our constant term is 4. Ningon man ta, wa siya'y tapad, wa siya'y kilid, wa siya'y silingan, wa siya'y kirida, wa siya'y kabit. Okay? So, that is our constant term. Can you see the difference between the constant and the constant term? Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ang constant, tanan numbers. Pero way labot ang exponent ha, dili na constant ang exponent, class. And then ang constant term, maura yun na siya ato ang solely number. Now, let's go to the variable. Ang variable, class, is mauna siyang atong makita nga letters sa imuhang given algebraic expression. Okay. We have X and Y. Very good. Ka mga quick, ay. Now, this time is we're going to get the terms. So, how many terms kung atong i-count ang kanisiya? Gi-divide man siya og negative og plus or minus og plus. So, pila siya ka terms, class? Same sa atong pag-count sa terms ganina. Okay, we have 3 terms. Okay, very good. Because we have this one, this is the first term. And then naman siya minus diha, this is the second term. And then this one na po siya third term. So, 3 terms. Tanan. Okay, questions? None. Now, this time is we are going to get the numerical coefficient. So, ang numerical coefficient class is mao daw ni siya ang mga numbers nga naay tapad nga variable. Okay? Ang numerical coefficient is mao daw ni ang mga numbers nga naay tapad nga variable. So, unsa man ato ang numerical coefficient? 3 and 5. Remember, unsa tong gingon ganina? Kung unsa iyang sign, atong dadon. So, what's
3
the
and
answer?
negative 5?
Okay, 3 and negative 5. Ayaw kalimot las ha. Dadon-dadon jud na niya permi ang sign. Dili kalimtan. Kuha na siya, sumpay siyang tinai. Okay, ang kanang sign. Okay, so, kumapit ka negative. Yes. Okay, now let's go to our literal coefficient. So, ang atong literal coefficient class is mauna ang atuang tapad sa imuhang numerical coefficient. So, unsa man atong mga literal coefficient? Tapad siya sa imuhang numerical coefficient. So, unsa may mga tapad aning 3 og negative 5? Mao na siya literal coefficient nimo. So, unsa may atong answer? Unsay tapad sa imong 3 og sa imuhang 5? Nga variable. Mao na siya imong literal coefficient. X, unsa pa gyud? Plus, variable. Variable man. So, di ba tong variable kay letters? Mo nang literal kay letters. Joke. Okay? So, you have there y. Okay? So, sige. Ako na lang ihatag usa ha. So, we have here literal coefficient niya class. We have x raised to 2. Diba tapad sa atong numerical coefficient that is x squared. Tuningon ko ganina, unsay tapad sa inyong 3 that is x squared. Unsay tapad sa inyong negative 5 that is xy. So, those are your literal coefficients. Nag-get? Di ba dali ra? Gila-ila ra nato tanan?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Natay
Sige.
quiz na, sir? Natay quiz or assignments?
Yes. Di na siya mawa. Kaya ato man na siyang ikuan if nasabtan.
No.
Okay. Now, it's already 9:59 sa. So, let's have this last slide. So, I want you to identify first the kung ano siya halain na ni siya nga given. 5x squared y plus 2xy minus 10. So, what is, ako ra siyang ibutang sa LMS. So, we have here, what is our constant here, class? Ano ang constant natin dito?
5, 2, and negative 10?
Okay, you have there 5, 2, and negative 10. For our constant term, for our constant term,
10.
okay. Is it 10?
Negative 10 eh.
Okay. Ayun jud siya. Ayun ibilin si 10. Negative class. Uy. Now, next is variable. Unsay variable nato?
X and Y.
Okay, X and Y. Very good. Now for our terms. How many terms? Three terms again. First term, second term, third term. How about our numerical coefficient? Numerical coefficient? Hala nawa. Unsa gani na? Katong mga naitapad nga variable class. Mga numbers nga naitapad nga variable. That is 5 and 2. How about for literal coefficient? Ang literal mo ni siya ang tapad sa imuhang numerical coefficient. Okay, we have the x squared, y, and xy. Okay, very good. At least kanang nahinay na ninyo siya og sabot, di ba?
Yay!
So that is
Yay!
the good thing there. So good job everyone. Okay.
Happy ko nakatulog.
Happy ka nakatulog. Ayaw sagtog. Okay. So any questions for our discussion today, class? Okay,
None,
wala ra?
sir.
Okay. So, very good. Grade 7, ganahan ko ba kay mag-ana gid ang chat? Makita ni ninyo sa video later on. If ma-upload na ko. Pila ka items ang quiz?
Abot nag 20 siya, no?
Maybe. It could be. It can be. Okay. So, do you have any questions, class?
None.
None? Okay. So, I think we are just going to end here. But before that one, anya na ha? Before ko makalimot. So, naay 3 kabuok nga wala ni answer sa quiz last week. And then, napod ko yung list diri, di ba? Sa ato ang nakoy list diri sa ato ang mga locking. So, kani siya tanan klase, open ni nako until tomorrow. I think nag-reopen naman guro ko ni pag last time. Or wala? Ay, wala. Ayan, nag-reopen ko. Pero wala di ay kay October pa man siya. So kanitanan class ha from quiz 2.1, 2.2, activity 2.3, quiz 2.3 and quiz 2.4. Reopen ako tanan until tomorrow. Since tomorrow advisory raman mo no so wala mo ibuhaton. So mamalihog ko ha kung kinsa ni sila and
Usahay
then
advisory chair, usahay wala.
unsay wala.
Kanang sometimes yan ang teacher ba, walay advisory or naa ba?